COVID has really opened the door on the inequities to access, especially in rural Nova Scotia. When we think about Mi'kmaq communities, most of our communities are located in rural areas.
The biggest challenge for me personally has been those occasions when daycares have closed.
I was so depressed that I cried almost every night at home.
Knowing that I'm like a frontline worker or going to be a frontline worker really changes like how you feel about things.
The teachers weren't really prepared, the school wasn't really prepared, we weren't prepared, so it was really difficult.
So I've had to be in meetings where I've had to turn my camera and my microphone off because I don't want folks to know about the chaos that's happening behind the scenes.
It was very scary at first, just because you had to remember to kind of keep your masks on at all times and to make sure that you're social distancing from each other.
You know, when we were able to provide turbo sticks, we were able to provide access to more than just education.
We had less opportunity to meet with our teachers and of course our peers at school as well. But the online learning and all the tools, the educational tools that come along with it really help us to kind of cover that up.
So that has involved a lot of flexibility from my colleagues and from my boss.
This was the perfect way for us to be forced to learn how to use Microsoft Teams.
The blended learning has been a learning process. It's been a whole different learning curve. I can sip my coffee at 8:30 in the morning on my couch rather than be in class.
And we are in here like 3 days a week too.
We've grown a lot closer out of necessity. You know, we've laughed together, we've cried together. It's been one hell of a year.
How to look into a little camera and pretend that's someone. You know, that just requires a whole another level of mental focus and imagination.
When my Wi-Fi went down, it's like, oh, okay, now I'm gonna have to re-listen to the class and hopefully I didn't miss anything.
It's also really awesome during COVID being able to still come to the shop and work in a really safe environment while still getting that hands-on experience.
Other students started understanding what we were going through, and especially me, some students really showed that concern. And they started checking up on me to know how I'm doing, and that's helped.
I find what really helps is getting out in a place like this and going for a walk.
People are more connected online than before. I feel like as a human being, like it's an inspiring story or inspiring case that we had made. Yeah.